What are some meaningful ways to show appreciation for your friends?
Oh, appreciation. Maybe you have to really be vocal on
Mm-hmm.
saying you really appreciate them, because we don't want to be that late. You
Mm-hmm.
want right away. If you see some, something to be thankful for that friend, you say it right away.
Yeah.
And I think it depends also on their love language. Like if they will really appreciate you if you listen to them, or if you have this love language of gift, quality time.
Yeah. What's your love language, Sue?
I'm not sure. I think all of it.
Yeah, I'm not sure too. Like gifts, because she's very appreciative of everything you do to her. Like you give her gifts, she will treasure it.
Yeah.
You say words. I mean, like,
Sometimes I decline it because I'm shy, but I'm still
no.
learning to really accept the words of affirmation.
Yeah, and acts of service. Well, I'm not really into. I mean, I love receiving acts of service. I really appreciate it when someone cook for me, like Sue. I think that's probably your
Love
love
language,
language,
maybe
because
the
you
different.
like cooking for someone.
Yeah,
You like serving them. So that
I
might
think.
be,
Yeah.
yeah, to really know their love language, right?
Mm-hmm.
And also, I think one thing is to really, the one that you've mentioned earlier, praise someone in public, correct
Correct them
them
in
in private.
private.
Yes, I think that's how you could show. Well, I just want to insert that though, but really to show appreciation for your friends is to be mindful also of everything they do
Yeah,
for
like the
you.
simple,
Yeah,
kind,
you
even the simplest one, the simplest one.
yes. And sometimes too, well, I'm really sometimes I really have a hard time seeing things though. Like you might be showing
The best time. Yeah.
your appreciation, but I don't know that, oh, you're appreciating me. Like I
Mm-hmm.
might not be aware that you're doing that, because you're right. We have different love languages.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think getting to know the person, and if you know their love language, then you show it.
Yeah, that's the easiest way. And no, I think this is somehow, I think the most important part. I probably a difficult question to answer without touching some personal stuff. But how do you handle conflicts or disagreements with friends? We only do this when we were really close, right?
Yeah.
I think you get to the point in your friendship wherein you're ready to handle conflicts.
I think first one is you start lowering your pride. Is
Mm-hmm.
this is this conflict or fight worth our friendship?
Yes.
You will kind of contemplate with that, and if you just say sorry, then I think it will mend everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is not worth fighting for. I will just lower my pride, because the friendship is more important than yourself. Something like that. Because I remember Steph and I had a conflict before. It's our first and last, and hopefully last. Yeah. Um, I was, we were tasked to do a game. I think I remember that. So we kind of planned for that, and she mentioned to me, "Sue, can we plan this around this date and time?" And I said, "Okay, okay, we'll plan that." And then that day, she was just, I know for sure that she's really exhausted from her schoolwork, and she just got up from sleep, I think. And I was doing my task too from the school, and then as I approached her, my I haven't noticed my tone, so I called her like, "Stephanie, let's do this." And then she was really exhausted, like, "Sue, can we do this tomorrow?" And then my response instead is like, "Okay, I'll just do it by myself. I'll do it myself. I'll do it myself." And she kind of don't like that tone, and she just straight she talked to me like, I'm not gonna talk to you because I'm in an angry situation right now. I don't want to use words that will hurt you. Just, I don't want to talk. Okay. And then, okay. I said, okay, don't talk. So the prideful me too just said, okay, don't talk. We're not going to talk. That hit me that night because I was checked, not by, I mean, from her words too. And also, I know I was convicted by the Holy Spirit, like, Sue, you know for sure that she's really tired, exhausted, and exasperated from everything that she's going through that day. But instead, I mean, you should understand her, but instead your tone of voice is not good. So I kind of messaged her like, okay, okay, God, I know that you're talking to me. And she said that she don't want to talk to me. How can I approach her? And then I prayed that night, and then God said, okay, just message her. Okay, I'll message her. And I said in my message, I don't know if she still have that message, but I remember typing it, and then I don't wanna look if she has seen it. So I was just send it. I typed there like, Stephanie, I'm really sorry for the tone that I used when talking to you. I know that's inappropriate and it's not good. I know you're tired, and also I was just thinking like, I'm excited to do this with you, and I just don't want, like extrovert. You don't want things to be canceled, because you expected that already, and she just declined me like, oh, I'm so tired, something like that. So I kind of explained myself to it. And I just said, I'm really sorry, and then she did not respond that night. So I think, oh, okay, she. At least I did my part, Lord. Lord, I did my part.
I probably fall asleep with that. I probably saw the message early in the morning, actually. I don't check my messages at night, really. And and I think that time, that's true, because last year I was doing this SBS thing. I'm assigned to a self-contained class. It's a specialized behavior support like position. And this is just give this to me, like this is really excuses, these are really excuses I have back then. And I was like really tired. And I know that I have, when you promise something, you really have to push through it. Like you have to, if you promise something, then do it. That's one of my principle as well. But that day, for some reason, I feel so tired. Well, tired is an understatement. That I've probably, throughout that weekend, I don't know what happened, but it's always crazy in my classroom. Like in that classroom, kids will throw chairs at you. They could stab you with a pencil. Really, like that's my experience last year. Like a kid could, like if they don't listen, I should be thankful at least they did not stab me with a pencil during that day. If they would be screamings and things like that, just so much during that week. I mean, probably during that throughout the week. And I was like, oh my goodness. And the only Saturday I have to do some stuff like my paperworks, because I cannot do that in my classroom with all the behaviors that's going on. And I have so much things in my mind last year. I don't know what's the situation actually during that week, but I know I was so busy. Well, that's really an excuse. So busy last year in my current position. And then like for Sue, like probably I really did not honor my promise, and I was so tired that day. And I said, and I think my love language is really words of affirmation, and because that's my love language, that's also where I get hurt easily. And so when she raises her voice, it hurts me. Well, she did not say something really mean, but it's not really mean to, if I think about it, it's not really mean.
But it's a tone.
Yeah, it's really just the tone. I know she's upset, not just because of her tone, but because of her facial expression at that time.
Filipino thing.
The Filipino thing, like I could read that she's so upset. And I was like, and I am also very self-centered at that time, because I was only thinking about how I feel, how I felt at that time. Like, you don't understand me. I'm so tired. Why can't you, like, very self-centered thing too. Now that I think about it, and it's a church thing. It's really important. I know that I need to be responsible. But at that time, I cannot just be responsible. It's like all my energy I've used it
Already.
throughout the week already. Now I don't really have the energy to even do that. And because she raises my voice, I kind of justify it like, okay, I was hurt. Like
Yeah.
she hurt me. And when people do that, usually sometimes I would just, my defense mechanism was to really get out of the situation. Like it's not that because I want to cancel them. I just don't want to be with them. Like
Yeah,
give
avoid.
me
Yeah, I
my
think she
space.
avoided me for a day, I
Yes,
think.
I
We did
avoided her
not
for a
talk.
day. Like imagine we are sharing the
Same
same room.
room, but a different bed, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, different bed. Like, well, it's not in Filipino culture. You could actually stay in a room. Like, she's really a straight. she's she's really a girl. No, really, no deeper relationship like that. It's just we're close friends, and then we're staying in a close room just to clear that. And at the time, like, imagine you're sharing a room, and then imagine like trying, she's there, but I think this is really my bad trait. Like, when you upset me, I could treat you as if
You're not there.
you're not existing in that same room as me. I'm really good with that. I'm really good with ignoring, because probably in my classroom, I'm good at ignoring behaviors, like crazy behaviors. You might be throwing chair and I could still ignore you. I think I've conditioned my brain to that. And so in terms of relationships now, like you could be throwing your tantrum and I wouldn't care. Like I something that I have developed because of the nature of my job last year. But now I was like, well, you cannot, like, the nature of your job should not be applicable to your relationships as well. Like I could not just ignore Sue. And I know God that night was prompting me, like, you have to lower your pride and talk to her. Like, this is really a minor thing. Why are you making a big
Big
deal out of it? Like, you could actually just tell her you're tired and you don't mean to, not honor your promise to do the games with her, to plan the games with her.
It's just games.
It's
Like,
just-
oh my goodness.
yeah, no,
We
no,
fight
we're just
over a
laughing
game.
about it because actually those were just, games, really. Nothing,
Yeah. But I
not a
remember
big deal.
she reached out to me the next day, I think,
Yeah.
because we have this church thing. We have to design because there's a
Yeah.
marriage retreat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Is
remember
it a
that.
marriage
Yeah.
retreat?
It's the
Oh,
marriage retreat,
probably, yeah.
And then
Because
I'm kind of nervous to talk to her because I know I don't want to be rejected again because I think I tried to talk to her, but she said, I don't want to talk about it yet. Okay, I'll give you time. I responded to her. So that time, okay, I'm giving her time. I'm just gonna let her speak first. And then she called my name and go, Sue, that's it. Okay, we're good now. At the back of my mind, we're good now. We're talking now.
like, yeah, one thing too, like, I also, well, this is so funny. I need my space kind of thing. Like, give me some space.
She is like that.
I am someone who, you should really give me some space to think about what should I say. Like, I'm really upset at the time. So I told her, like, Sue, this is really not a good time to talk because I feel like we're just gonna say things that we would regret. I don't want to do that to her because she's really my friend. And also at that time, like, do not wait too much because it's gonna be, I understand now why in the Bible it says there that do not wait for the sun to set. Am I right? To set. Yeah, do not wait for the sun to set just for you to make amends. You really have to do it before the sun sets, right? Because it's gonna be like, if you wait too much, it's gonna be used by the enemy to put things in your mind. It's gonna exaggerate. Probably Sue's expression or facial expression is not that upset. But I know you were reading like the book, the letters, what is it? Screw tape letters. Screw tape letters.
C.S.
and-
Lewis.
Yeah, C.S. Lewis. So the screw tape letters, like when the enemy would put things in your brain, like she might not be that upset, but the enemy would try to exaggerate things like the voice. She's
Yeah.
raising her voice. her face is, you know, like
Wrong thinking.
yeah, wrong thinking. So you would start thinking things about the person. It might not be true. It might just be your imagination. So do not wait too much to make amends. Like if you could do it throughout the day, please do it. Do not just sleep on it in the following day. Like oh my, like sometimes it's really your pride, you know, it's really my
Yeah.
pride that I waited too much because I was thinking maybe Sue is still upset. Like in my mind, how could I say sorry to her? But she really reached out to me. The good thing is that she reached out to me. And you know what? I have this history. Oh my goodness. I have this one friend when I was in high school. I waited for 2 months. I did
my.
not talk to the person because she did not talk. He did not talk to me too. Like he just ignored me. So my you know,
Right.
this very egocentric Steph before, or very this prideful Steph before, is like, if you ignore me, I ignore you too. Like if you don't care about me anymore, then I don't care about you too. Like really prideful, like so prideful. But now in adult relationships, like in adult friendships, it's, you are so, how would you call that, childish?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just so childish to even fight about games. And
Yeah.
now we just laugh. I think it's
Yeah.
also important that in your, when you come to your friendship, that your friendship will be tested through disagreements.
Yeah.
And
Because
you,
you spend time together
yeah,
more.
yeah, our
Yeah.
proximity. I cannot ignore Sue anymore. Like probably we have the same church, and then we're going to the same church. We're also
The same
going
house.
to a same house. We have the same house, and then at the same time we have lots of common friends in work. Like, oh, do you know Miss Sobrano from Mint Hill? Or do you
I
know,
know
and
her.
do
She's
you
my
know,
roommate.
like one time a teacher told me, like in SBS, because sometimes the district will visit us, and they would share like, oh, there's another Filipino in the school, do you know her? Who is it? Like, oh, her name is, well, she's my roommate. Wow,
Wow.
you're her roommate. And they
Yeah.
would we would laugh about it, and we have really lots of common
Common
friends
friends.
from work. And so it's hard to just ignore Sue, and to even really, it's, as what she said earlier, is it even worth your friendship?
Yeah. And
Like,
also with conflict, you'll get to learn where she could be upset. So I kind of be mindful of my tone. So even there are moments like I want to be upset too, but since I remember that she doesn't want like the tone of voice, so I will kind of soften my voice when I correct her. So something like that. You're being mindful of yourself too, because you learn from those conflict, and that will make your relationship, you know, more
yeah, vibrant.
yeah, more vibrant friendship. Yeah,
Yeah,
more
and
authentic.
more authentic.
Yeah, yeah. So I think conflicts can really help you build your relationship
Yeah.
together too.
Yeah, I think that's the importance of conflict. You have to learn from it. Like, how did I offend her that time? What offends her, and how could we avoid that in the
Yeah.
future? And I think that's the reason why.
And the forgiveness too, because you cannot be
Yeah.
historical again. You know, you did this before and you did this again. Something like that. Very dramatic women.
Yes, really dramatic women.
Yeah.
So I get to know Sue too through conflict, and I think that's the reason why I could open up more to her, because I know that she have seen a side of me that's really not acceptable because of conflict.
Even
And
me
if she accepts me through all of that, then that means I could share the parts of me that is not so desirable. Like sometimes, you know, friendship is something, is a kind of relationship wherein you really don't have to impress anyone. Like it's not really more about impressing your friend, but it's really, if that friend accepts you for your,
you
you know, for your flaws, like, because we're not really perfect,
Perfect.
you know, but really this conflicts is helpful to resolve, like for you to be a better person.
You see also that it's not just you who's having the same problem or
Yes.
having struggles with that, but also your friend too.
Yeah.
So you share common struggles and challenges. At the same time, you're able to to surpass it because you have a friend by your side.
Yeah.
It's really difficult to be alone.
Yes.
Yeah, a lone ranger. No, no, no.
Probably that's my favorite question, right?
Yeah, the conflict.
Yeah. How do you now? I also like this one. How do you support a friend going through a difficult time?
I think to listen more and without judgment or without the hurriness of responding what to do.
Mm-hmm.
I think that in my case, I like to when I rant, I want someone to listen and just not give me advices right away.
Yeah, we
just-
hate advices.
Just listen first, and sometimes that's more than enough
Yes.
when you're having problems and you just rant it to someone. Listen to them and be fully present.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been reading this book, The Ruthless Elimination
Elimination
of
of
Hurry, by John Coomer. So do not be in a hurry. Like listen, be present to that person you're talking to. Like if you're talking to Sue, be a listener, and not just be on your
not
phone.
Be on your
Yeah,
phone.
do not be on your phone. I think I have to learn that too. Like I should not be on my phone if I'm listening. Like in the groups, after I take picture, like we use our phone just to document
picture.
things, but do not go to social media
and
while
scroll.
yeah, because if for example, how would you feel like if if I put myself to Sue, like I'm talking all my my rants, my
And
I
then I will
would
just
yap to her.
respond. Uh-huh.
See, you wouldn't want to share anymore
Yeah.
because like she doesn't really care. And I make it to the point like if I want this person to listen to me, then I should be the one to listen to her
Listen to her
first,
too. Yeah.
right? So, and for Sue, I think the one thing when I was going through a difficult time last school year, and I don't have even a time to eat to prepare my meal. And for the record, I'm not really into cooking. Like to my parents, a really good cook. I miss your home cooked meals,
Yeah.
mama and papa.
Wow.
But not because I don't want to cook, but it's just that
You don't have the energy
yeah,
anymore.
I don't have the energy anymore. And
You just
and
wanted to sleep
yes,
right away.
like right away I just want to hit my
Yeah, she
bed.
slept early last year and then she will wake up late last year.
Well,
yeah.
I wake up
'Cause-
earlier last year.
Yeah, you wake up earlier, but you have no, you're trying your best to get up, but you're struggling
Yeah.
like, I don't want to go to school.
Yes, because I don't know what will happen. Like last year,
Every
I've
day
been
is a surprise.
like everything is a surprise in that classroom. Well, I miss those kids. I still think about them.
You should go back.
No. I still think about them, like how they are. But it's really always a surprising thing. Like it's always like chaos. I think the word that describes that is always chaos. I have been dealing with kids with with
Behavior
PSTD, like they have post traumatic,
Okay.
like disorder, they have oppositional disorder, and these are kids who are actually from the general classroom, and then they go to research
EC.
the resource classroom, and because they still need a very intensive kind of help, they go to
In
my classroom.
behavior.
So I am the last resort. These are the top, they would say in the research, like when I did go to the training, that these are the 5% who are the 5% of the population of CMS goes here because they are the most difficult kids from the district. And so there would be a day either I would, I probably could qualify for a Matrix movie because when a kid throws something
She
at
always
me,
misses it.
I always dodge it.
Yeah.
Like on time. There would be days like they would be throwing chairs. Like if they're not listening right now that I'm in a resource classroom, if they're not listening, I keep telling myself at least they're not stabbing me with a pencil. At least they were
You'll
not
never
throwing
ever turn
chairs.
your back
Yes.
at them.
Yes, and but one time I did go to an intensive care, not intensive.
Not really intense. Yeah. I think
Now,
the
how do we call
emergency.
that? That urgent
Urgent care.
care. Yeah,
Urgent.
yeah. We call it like the urgent care because a kid throws something at me in here. Like,
And she missed it.
yeah, I
I
did
mean,
not.
she did not. She was not able to miss it this time.
Yes, like it was so painful, and imagine it was bleeding, and still I'm still teaching. It's bleeding already, and
Yeah, I
my
remember her last. I mean that time. It was nighttime, and she just got home. She's washing plates, I think, and I just got home from school, and then I told her, "Steph, are you okay?" Because she's not talking, and then when she turned around at me and said, "Just don't ask questions," and she bawled her eyes out, and I said, "What happened to your? Don't talk about it. I don't want to talk about it." She's really crying. I know she's upset. I said, "Okay, I'll give you time."
so
to
dramatic last year.
but if I'm in her shoes, I will be crying too.
Yeah, I'm so dramatic last year. And one thing that I appreciate with Sue is that when I cannot cook for myself, when I probably stayed in school most of the time at
Yeah,
that
she has
year.
no choice but to eat my food because
Yeah.
I'm not a good cook,
No,
but I'm trying.
it's good. It's really good. You're better than me actually in cooking. She's really
You're
a good.
saying that
No,
because
you're really a good cook
because you're
though.
hungry and that moment that's the food that I can only offer and then it's yummy because you're hungry.
But it's really good, by the way. And I probably survived that school year because of Sue, because she feeds me all the time, and she will do the groceries for me, and she would, she's really thoughtful. I don't think I could survive that school year if not for her. And she's really a gift from God. I know God loves me because she provided Sue. Like she let
Don't
Sue
cry
come into my
here.
life. No, no, because it's really blessings. It's not really through in a form of money.
Money,
It's
yeah.
really through a
the
form of
people
community,
around
And at the time, in a difficult situation, there are even like teachers who wasn't able to finish their contract. Like in the middle of the school year, they would go
quit.
home. And even if that means that they would be there would be a large amount of debt for them because they go home without finishing their contract, because they said their mental health is more important than the money
really
they earn
hard.
here.
It's
Like
really
it's really
hard.
difficult. That's how difficult it is. Like one of the teachers that I've been working with last school year, like she told our principal, like, you figure it out yourself, I'm quitting. Like, oh goodness, I couldn't. I somehow I envy her because
She can't say that, but
because like I'm new to the country, and what will I do if I go home? Like I don't have money. I don't have, like, it took me large amount of money to be here, and just to quit and then go home as if
you have to pay back the debts.
yeah, pay. Yes, I cannot do that. So all I have was like, it was more of enduring, but God was really teaching me during those hard. I've come to rely on God, but at the same time, I'm really thankful that God did not allow me to figure things out on my own or to do it with my own strength, but she provided me with discipler, with friends. And we always, this is an inside joke, like the Panera Concord.
Yeah, the Panera.
The four corners of
the
Panera
walls.
Concord have heard all my rants, have seen all my tears.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it was
Witness of her
well
situation.
yeah, but it was truly where I found authentic friends like Sue, and we have also D group members. I wish they were here too,
Tend
because
to pray
they
for
were
each other and we
Yeah.
encourage each other.
yeah.
And then I remember our discipler asking her, "What do you think God is teaching you this season?" Yeah.
yeah, like
I've
some-
seen her bloom in that season.
Aw.
Yeah.
And
I
I've
think-
seen Sue bloom too. Like she is just She's just a dose of sunshine, everyone.
Praise God.
Yeah, she's always happy. I cannot think of a day wherein Sue is sad. She's always happy. Even when we're running and so tired already, she's always happy. So I cannot really remember a day where she's really crying, or well, I did remember one, but that's another story.
Yeah,
That's our secret.
she knew right away if I'm, struggling or I have a problem.
Yeah.
She can see right through my eyes.
Well, that's so much fun. Well, thank you for you, Sue. You have been a blessing to me,
Thank you
really.
to Stephanie. Yeah.
Yeah.
You have inspired me to become a good friend. Friendship sanctifies you. Yeah.
Yes. Yes,
really
right.
praise God for that. Yeah, it will really mold your character.
Yeah, and I think she's really ready to get married because although I'll be the saddest person when the time comes that she will
But I
get
know
married.
you'll be the next one.
Well, that's still in the hands of God if he would allow me to. But
So the men out there, if you can if you watch this season 3 of her podcast,
episode 3.
episode 3, Galaw Galaw, or come on. Chop
it's
chop.
it's still in the hands of God. But whether
I'm kidding.
are married or single, I know God are still using us in ways, that we're going to grow wherever I am. But
Amen.
as to make it a point, like I think I'll be the saddest person when she gets married because well, I've lost a good friend, and
But I'm still
but
here.
but I would also be the happiest person for her because I know she has the qualities of a Proverbs 31.
Oh my
So
goodness,
to that man
Stephanie.
out there who captured her heart, you be protect her and love her as well as
Is
what
this a maid
God
of
said.
honor speech already?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, thankful for our friendship. Wow,
Yeah.
that was as
And-
if it happens like it just actually happens last year. I can't believe it. The
Yeah.
growth we've had so far.
It's
Sue.
been 2 years and more years to
Yes.
come. Yeah.
Yeah. What are some ways to create lasting memories with friends? What did we do, Sue?
I think we did a lot of trip together. We took a lot
Yes.
of pictures and film ourselves together. Also here in podcast, she invited me. So I think, just being with each other most of the time, making time, even if we have a lot of tasks to do, we have a lot of things on our plate. I think, showing up, making time, especially this vacation leaves. You could
Yes.
go on a trip together.
yes.
Yeah, while we're still here in the USA.
Yeah, Sue is always on the go. Like,
Yeah, she
I-
pushes me too, because I just recently learned how to drive, and she's the one who's, let's go here on this mountain, and I'll look through it in the maps, and oh my goodness, this is 2 hour long drive. I don't know. I'm still nervous in driving, but she's always the one pushing me. Let's go here, and she's very confident. Though there are moments before that we almost lose our life.
if you drive with Sue, you need to have an insurance.
Yeah, you
Like,
have to
I'm
have-
thankful I have an insurance because, like, we could have died.
Yeah,
But-
a lot of times, but by God's grace, I don't know, His protection is always with us, Stephanie and I really praise God. And also, she's just the one who's pushing me to my limit or hilt. Like,
Is it in
she
a good
trusts
way?
me so much. I'm not sure if she's trusting me, but I know she trusts God.
I told her I trust. I might not trust you, Sue, with
But
my
I
life, but I
trust
trust God because
And she's not a princess passenger, but a survivor passenger.
I've never tried Princess Passenger, although I sleep a lot
Yeah.
during the drive.
But
well,
I think now I did improve in driving. She's more comfortable now. I think so. I'm not sure.
but Yeah, we've been. I think that's the good thing. We've been to many places together. Where's our first trip, by the way? I think it's New York. Oh no,
No.
but we've been Oh, we've been to Washington. Is it
Yeah.
the Washington?
Washington.
Washington.
Tennessee.
First we've been to
Is
Tennessee.
it the first, do you think?
Yeah, I think we've been
December?
to Tennessee. I think the one thing that we've been close to are long lasting memories because we served together
In church. Yep.
in church. Like we've been doing a lot of things together. Like she'd be in charge in the tech role, I'll be in the next gen and helping with decoration when there's an
Your event
event.
in church.
Yeah, and what else? And also like we've been the proximity because we're living in the
Same
same house. I think that's the advantage.
And now we have the same position at school too.
Yes,
She's
because
an easy resource
I've been
teacher.
hired to another school and I love my position so much right now. I think that's the only reason why I can run or I could do hobbies during the weekends because I've
You
been like
seem to manage her time now.
yeah, like I think
Can-
it's the work is way better than last
last
year.
year. I think
Also
it's emotionally draining and mentally draining last year.
This year
Same.
was fine. Yeah, it's
right.
manageable. Although there are lots of meetings, but
a
it's
lot of
manageable. What did we do? Like we
I think
served
we
together
do
in
have the
church.
same, yeah, we have the same position in
Yeah.
school too.
So we can relate to each
Relate to each
other. We
other.
have lots of things that we could talk to.
But we do have friends like nurses too.
Yes.
Even extension teacher,
Yeah.
not just EC teacher, SBS teacher. Yeah, we have a lot of
And-
friends, close friends too.
Yeah, I think and
memory.
we've been to Tennessee, to Washington,
York.
to New York,
Yep.
to Texas, and even from we go to the mountains. I think we also have very similar
If
similar
you look through
hobbies.
my phone, her pictures is always there.
You
And
know,
if you look through her,
her
phone,
phone,
too,
you
my
might-
picture is there.
yeah, you probably think that I have like that her
My
phone is
phone.
my phone.
And my phone is her phone.
Yes. And Sue also is really someone who always look after you. Like I think I've survived most of those trips like because I'm really clumsy. I've always missed something, you know. And because
I remember in New York, you trip someone.
yeah,
You always step on their shoes.
yes, like because
It was always caught in the camera too. So there's a proof.
and I'm really bad with directions. I think that's one thing. There are two things that I'm really not good at. One thing is cooking, and the second one, well, I know how to cook somehow. I'm just not. It's
Yeah.
really just I
She
just
did
don't.
cook for me. I think I remember it. 'Cause, yeah, not too often. But she did great and I kind of comment on her like, "Oh, you can now marry.
Oh no,
You're ready to marry now."
no, that's not.
Just
the
keep on
basis.
cooking adobo every day for him.
It's gonna be always black and white, rice
Black
and
white,
adobo.
Yeah. Rice and adobo. We love adobo.
Yeah, but yeah, going to places and exploring new having new experiences together
Yeah, we
actually
maybe
helps.
also like sharing your burdens to each other.
Yes.
That
Yeah.
somehow I know it will kind of make an impact in your memory.
Yes. And also because the only thing, you know, I'm very introverted and Sue is very extroverted. I love how she respects my silent moments. Like there would be
Personal space.
there would be days wherein I'd be so quiet and she would not hold it against me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't have to spend so much social battery because sometimes there would be people like, oh, they would misinterpret it. Oh, why are you so quiet? Are you upset? Well, I'm
Did
really
I
not.
did something wrong? Because I was like that before. I mentioned it to her because there are moments like every morning. So we will drive through her school and no one will talk. But before, if she met me before, I will kind of hold it against her. Like, did I do something wrong? Why are you not talking to me or something like that? But because the time goes and I grew and I grow up, I think from those experiences. Now I kind of think like, do not overthink Sue. She's just maybe, thinking what to do with her day to day, or she's contemplating, or she has, thinking of something. That's why she's not talking. So don't hold it against yourself. You did not do anything wrong. Because I remember, like, I'm thinking, why is she not talking? Because I remember last night we did talk. We're good, and I was tempted to talk to her, like, are you mad at me or something? Did I do something wrong? But yeah, I did not. I just dust it off from my mind because I know. Like I know, and I seen her face. Like I think she's really thinking what to do this day.
Yeah, I think there are really just, and I think we also have that conversation though. Like, you thought I was upset because I'm so quiet, but really, this mindset we're in, don't take it so personal. And
And the wrong thinking again.
yes, yeah, wrong perspective, right? Because really at that time, she probably thought I'm upset, but really I was just thinking about what should I do when I arrive
Right,
at
the
school.
school.
Sometimes I could be really out. Like I have this I probably in my creative space
She's on
or
her
my working
creative
space or in my own world
Yeah.
because that's
She's
just who
rich.
we are.
She has her own world.
yeah, sometimes they might think I'm
You're rich.
I have those moments where I will just be quiet, and for some people they might really misinterpret it, and I'm thankful that Sue talked to me about it because I'm really not aware that that's how I actually act. Like I
She's silent. There are
Yeah.
moments, there are more mornings that she's silent. There are more mornings that she will talk to me. Sue, and she has that energy sometimes in the morning.
Yeah, and I should really be considerate of, Sue understands me, but how about others? Like, I should be considerate of how others would feel, not just, step.
Maybe that's why it's really important to know the person before, thinking about them.
Mm-hmm.
Like thinking about yourself too, like understanding them
Yes.
by understanding yourself too. Something like that. Her personality is like that. So
Yeah.
don't take hold of it.
Yeah. So I think, and also because we both have the same beliefs, and while we might be have different opinions at certain areas, like could be we have well we grow up. I grow up in
In
Davao.
the southern part of the Philippines,
Yes, and she grew up
the
in.
northern Luzon. Yep.
Yeah, I'm from Mindanao and she's from Luzon. And if
Manila.
you think about it, like we have
I'm not sure.
thoughts about or opinions about politics and things and stuff because I grew up with Duterte's. Well, with what's going on right now, and he's really strict, but I really admire his administration in Davao. I also understand that he had made mistakes too in
He's
the
a
way
president.
he operates, but his intention is good, no doubt for his intention. But people just don't agree with how he do it, like how he implement things, and we might have different opinions on that. And sometimes you have to be not to ignore that doesn't exist. Like you have to address the elephant as well.
Yeah,
And
elephant in the room.
she would have different opinions about certain things like politics, but I would not disrespect her just
Yeah.
because her opinion is
It's different
different from mine. Like I will not cancel her. Like how we have this cancel culture.
Yeah.
Like you don't agree with me, I'm gonna
I'm not gonna
you're
talk
gonna
to you
talk
anymore.
to you
Yep.
anymore. So I will never consider canceling someone. Well, I think for the Christian, if you really proclaim yourself as a Christian, the cancel culture is never even an option to you.
That's
Because
the
we
opposite
are-
of love.
Yes, the opposite
Actually.
of love. Like you always have to reach out to someone, even if like that means like even if they don't agree with you. And really, disagreements doesn't really mean that you will at the end of the day, when you have disagreement, the goal is not for you to agree at each other. The goal is to disagree but still respect the person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause at the
and-
end of the day, those politicians doesn't really know you.
Yes.
But you have already canceled each other because of that. And
Yeah.
at the same time, you cut your ties with them. It's
Yeah.
not really worth it.
Yeah, they will
Yeah.
not cook for me. I cannot yap to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so relationships, know your people. You know, we disagree,
Yeah,
but
but
we could still
at the end of the day,
respect.
respect each other. So
Yes.
having close friends is really gonna help you with your walk with
Yeah.
God, and
Yes.
also your character is changed. It
Yeah.
will sanctify you, and at the same time, it will help you grow.
Yes. Yes. Relationship sanctifies us. Like you need to be with someone who are brave enough because it takes courage to correct someone.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thankful that Sue is someone who could address my blind spots because there are some things that are not really good that needs to be addressed. And if no one do that for me, I will not improve as a person and as someone who follows Christ.
I think some people will not want to be told the things that they don't want to be told,
Yes.
But I think friendship will really help you.
Yeah. And you need to also pray for a heart that wants to be corrected.
Mm-hmm.
You know, do not just because a person corrects you doesn't mean that they hate you.
Yeah.
That means they actually love you. They love you enough to the point that they would address something.
They will speak truth in
Yeah.
love, and
Yeah.
at the same time, yeah, to the person, because I know the younger one are kind of pressured in making friends, like being belonged to in a
Yeah,
group.
wanting to belong.
So you pray about a friendship that is authentic, that will really, speak the truth in love with you, and it will help you grow, not just
Yes.
because they want something from you. Because I remember when I was young, yeah, it just flashed back in my memory right now.
We're still young.
I mean,
What are you
like the
saying?
younger days, the old days, like you wanna do something for them just to be belong,
Yes, just to please
just to please them. But now it's
yeah.
important to really know your age. Now I'm at the age like I just want an authentic friendship.
Yes, we come to that point also. Like I've struggled with belonging to a certain group as well, but I really don't want to belong, but I feel like I need to belong. You
Yeah,
know?
because you're
Yeah, for me as really introvert, I really don't care if I have a friend or not before. But somehow when I go to school, like, is it wrong not to belong to a group? Like I don't really have a group. Like it's not really something that I want
because you
to have.
enjoy being in your
Yes,
solitude
yes.
space.
I
Yeah.
in my college life, I love going to the library
Library,
all by
oh.
myself and be in the book and be productive. That's just who I am. Like I
But
don't
in
really
my
have
case,
a
even
set
if
of
I'm just
friends.
going to comfort room, I need a person to be with me. Like, come on, girl, let's go to the bathroom.
Yeah, and they would always say like, if you wanna find Stephanie, you have to go to the
the
library,
library.
and she will just be there, either doing her assignments or, doing some stuff. And I love that season of my life. But now, when you're in the workforce, you have to be. When you apply for a job, they would ask, "Are you a good team player?" And I was like,
Yeah.
"Wait, I think I'm not because I've never been.
I can work by my own.
I can work on my own, but that's why they ask that in your application,
yeah.
like in your interview, because really when you're in a workforce, you have
gotta
to
work
work with
together.
someone. Like sometimes I would be in my first year of teaching, like I don't know that. It's because like I'm not paying attention to
And you need
to a
someone
group.
to help you too.
Yeah. Like I was somehow trying to believe that I could do it on my own because well, I think that's pride too because I think I'm smart enough to do things on my own.
Self-reliant. Yeah.
Very self-reliant. The Steph from years ago is very self-reliant. Even when I was in law school, I think I could do it on my own. But then you cannot really go that far if you try to do it on your own. Like I learned that the hard way when I was in law school because you have to find resources and you have to if
ask
you yeah
someone.
you I have to ask
Help.
someone. And if you're not really with a group of friends, like there are really groupings in law school, and they some even would attend a fraternity. Well, I'm afraid of hazing, so I did not
hazing.
really attend
Brotherhood.
fraternities. But for some, they would really go that far because you cannot do it on your own. That's the same thing with really the workforce. You really have to be with people, well, not just to benefit from them,
Yeah.
but really because that's what we're made
Made for.
for.
Yeah, that was our design. I
Yeah,
mean,
we're
it was
really
designed.
designed to be social. We're not designed to operate all by
Yep.
ourselves. And I'm thankful
That yeah,
that
God has orchestrated
yeah, we're
our
orchestrated.
path
I yeah,
together.
I pray for a friend and
And I
not knowing
yeah.
she's also praying for a
I
friend.
prayed too, and God provided Stephanie.
Yes, and I don't know until when we're gonna be together
Yeah.
because really life is unpredictable. She might get married and go to another state, or I might go back to the
Or
Philippines.
she might marry first, and she will
We
leave me
don't know.
behind. Yeah.
And
Never know.
so
God's
we
will.
never know what life will throw at us. And I think that's the reason why I created this podcast because I want to go back to this recordings.
Memory.
This would be a core memory. And I want to go back to these conversations and have it all replayed on. And I think
Yeah.
that's one of the reasons
When you
why.
reach 40
Yeah.
or 50 or 60.
Yeah, if God allows, then I could just go back to this conversation,
Conversation.
this recording, and wow, I have found a great friend, and
Yeah.
one of them is Sue.
Yeah, I
Thank
have
you,
found.
Sue, for
Thank you
being in
too.
my podcast today. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
your time.
Thank you too, Stephanie. It's a privilege to be here.
Thank
It's
you.
just like a normal conversation
Yes,
that we had.
and good thing we're kind of have some space or some gap because we might end up just
Yeah.
hitting her
Hitting each
because I'm
other.
just
Yeah, she
laughing.
hits.
If you are watching this until now, I really pray that you could also find your own tribe, your friend who would love you enough to correct you.
Yeah, we'll stick closer than a brother or a sister.
Yes, 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 yes. And that's the end of this episode. Hope you subscribe and you comment down below and
If you
also
have
tag your
questions,
friends who can relate to this kind of conversation. Shalom. Bye.
Adios.